What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Lafayette, and if you're not subscribed, you should definitely subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Hey, what you waiting for? What are you waiting for? You need to hit that subscribe button. You see how lit I am? Okay? Ain't nobody doing it like the big Yeti, okay? Ain't nobody here on YouTube doing it like me, okay? So hit that subscribe button. Anyway, today we are going to be reacting and watching a video titled The Undeniable Longevity of Pharrell Williams. I'm sticking to my music roots and reacting to, something, in the realm of music. Pharrell is really the GOAT if you think about it, and I'm not too familiar with a lot of his discography. Honestly, when I was first introduced to Pharrell was way back in the day for me 2016, I believe it was 2014, 15, 16. I was introduced to Pharrell with Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like a room. Yeah, that song. So I was introduced to him through that. And no, that was really the only, because I grew up in a Christian household, that was really the only thing that I could have known about him. Just because the only thing that he was talking about was being happy. So as I got older, I discovered Ariana Grande, and then I discovered that Pharrell was the main one that mainly produced the Sweetener album, and I genuinely love the Sweetener album. I don't know, it's gotten so much backlash, but I'm gonna stop yapping because I'm yapping a lot and I'm talking y'all's ear off, and majority of y'all probably didn't click through this part by now, so I'm gonna just get into this video.
I'm check. You are?
Okay.
Pharrell.
And he's just so down to earth. He just seems so likable.
Despicable Me guy. Being a fan of rap or just music in general, there's a pretty good chance that you've come across the name Pharrell at least once. And if you haven't, where have you been? There's a whole movie explaining everything. Go and watch that first, then come back and watch this video.
Wait, is there an actual movie?
You're now aware of the sheer amount of sauce this man has and the influence he's had on the culture. Not only in the 2000s, which most people consider his peak
Pharrell, I
during the
see
Neptunes
you.
era, but now in 2025 by producing Album of the Year. Yes, Album of the Year. At 52 years old. After listening to this Clips album and hearing the production on this song
that
alone,
man is 52?
it made me take a step back and realize something. Pharrell has been around for a really long time. Let's go all
Ain't no way he's
back
50. He's around my mama's age, my mama and my daddy's age.
To the formation of the Neptunes, which consisted of Pharrell and his close friend and co-producer, Chad Hugo. Little side tangent here. Chad doesn't get nearly enough credit as he should for his work on the Neptunes. I know this is a Pharrell video and all, but it wasn't just him making the bangers. I feel like whenever people think of all the hits Pharrell's produced during the Neptunes era, they fail to realize that Chad was also in there getting his hands dirty, putting in
I've never heard of the Neptunes
before. So shout out
before.
to Chad, because without Chad Hugo, there would be no Neptunes.
Are they
without the Neptunes,
group? Let me know down in the comments.
The world explodes. But anyways, back to the subject at hand. Back when the Neptunes first formed, Pharrell got his first writing credit on the song Rump Shaker by Rex and Effect. Not only was this his first writing credit, but he wrote the verse for another legendary producer, Teddy Riley. The same guy that at the time had worked with the likes of Michael Jackson and Bobby Brown. Pharrell was only 19 when he wrote that verse for him. Do you realize how crazy that is? At just 19 years old, Pharrell already had a major writing credit under his belt. One that was essentially
Bobby Brown, Every Little Step.
That basically marks the beginning of Pharrell's career, which was 33 years ago. Now let's skip a little forward to the 2000s, aka peak Pharrell.
Iconic. He's stunning on him. I see you, Pharrell. Look at that aura, y'all.
Hearing a song produced by Pharrell. It was just hit after hit after hit. You know this song? Produced by Pharrell. You know this song? Pharrell. His production in this era shaped the sound of the 2000s.
I didn't grow up
still felt
listening to secular music.
The most known example obviously being Tyler, the Creator, who is constantly crediting Pharrell for shaping his signature sound. And you can't tell me that the production on Super Flea by Joey Badass isn't inspired by the production on Super Thug. You can go on YouTube right now and look up type beats, and there will be hundreds of 2000s Pharrell type beats. Everyone wants to replicate that production style because it's just so iconic and synonymous to the 2000s that it's the easiest way to make a beat stick with an audience. Not only was he producing hits at this time, but it was around this time that he started venturing off into fashion. You think people are replicating his production style today? Look at any modern streetwear fit from today and compare it to a Pharrell fit back then.
That's
The
true. Oh, I've
trucker
seen that
hats,
brand
the
before with the little
loose-fitting
dog
baggy clothes.
on the
Sure,
crotch
Pharrell didn't invent
area.
streetwear and loose-fitting clothes, but he was for sure one of the pioneers of streetwear as we know it today.
Oh
But
yeah,
the
no.
2000s
Pharrell's
was
definitely all over
25 years
Pinterest
ago now. So how
for
is it
fashion.
that now, after all this time, Pharrell was able to withstand the test of time and continue to put out quality work? I'll tell you how. Versatility. Music is forever evolving from one day to the next. The formula that works so well in the
No,
past
especially
may
now.
not resonate with people now the way it used to. But one of Pharrell's biggest strengths is being able to keep his sound modern with the times while still staying true to his roots. That's why you can usually tell when a beat is produced by Pharrell. Whether it be his signature 4-count or his bouncy drums, no matter what song he's on, his personality and groove is so instantly recognizable, which is why he's such a sought-out producer in the industry. And on top of that, he doesn't shy away from working with a variety of different artists throughout a variety of different genres. From producing for the likes of Kendrick Lamar and Travis Scott, to K-pop group 17, and Latin artists such as J Balvin and Rauw Alejandro. But let's not forget his most important and
You better say
contribution to
Ariana.
music
Hold
as well.
on.
His work on the Despicable Me soundtrack. No, but seriously, it's
Well,
so
that's
funny to
true.
me that out of
That's
all the
very
work
important.
Pharrell's put
That's
out,
a cultural
Happy off the
reset.
Despicable Me soundtrack.
But you
is
gotta
one of
mention
the most
Ari.
well-known
Don't.
songs
Oh,
today.
oh,
That song
oh.
went
You
like
gotta
triple
mention Ari,
platinum.
dude.
It was truly a moment in music. I remember seeing all the videos as a kid of people dancing.
I'm gonna give him
to
a
the song.
dislike because
Some
he
of
didn't
Pharrell's
mention
best
Ariana.
work is unironically
I'm
off
kidding.
of the Despicable Me soundtrack. There are some underrated classics from those movies. Just a Cloud Away, Fun
Love
Fun
that
Fun,
song.
Hug Me, sure. Best
Hug
believe
me,
these are all going on
bring
rocks.
it in.
Now let's take a look at Pharrell
Woo!
in 2025. He is now 52 years old.
My
You
niece
think
loves
that at this point in
Despicable
his
Me.
career, his work may start to decline a bit, and most will be gearing up to call it quits. I mean, why not? He has one of the most undeniable catalogs out of any producer in the game right now. He could stop right now and still be considered one of the greatest to ever do it. But despite people trying to age him out like most older artists nowadays, he proved to everyone that he's still able to perform at the highest level through his production on this new Clips album. To be
That
able to
man
put out a
can't be
project of this
52.
caliber
Is this man
late into
52,
his
y'all?
career is truly mind-blowing. Every track on this record is a masterclass in production, and you
I'm
can
thinking
tell that
he
so
like
much care and thought went into the
Beyonce's
creative
age or
process.
something.
You can't help
Like
but
in his
admire
40s.
the dedication to his craft. If you haven't heard this album, I highly suggest you go listen to it. I wasn't even a huge Clips fan before this, but this album put me onto them and reminded me why I'm such a big fan of the genre. I feel like Pharrell is just one of those artists that won't ever really go away and will always live on in music in one way or another. You can tell that he genuinely has a passion for his work, and a mindset and work ethic such as his goes a long way in music. He will probably be doing this till he's 90, and even when he's 90, he will still look like he did in the 2000s. Pharrell is
Like, how is this
actually a
man
Martian
52?
that doesn't age the same as us. I just can't prove it. But anyways, what do you guys think of Pharrell? What is your favorite project of his? Mine is
Sweetener
personally
and
seeing
Despicable
sounds
T.
from his time in Nerd.
Despicable
And do
who?
you think
Despicable
he's got what
Me.
it takes to stay in the game another decade? Let me know.
Okay. But no, for real, this was a fire video. So shout outs to, let me find his name. Sharuto. Shout outs to you, my boy. But yeah, oh, and you know, shameless plug, because since we talking about music, my song Remedy Why Try is out on all platforms. Listen, just give your boy a listen. And you know, there's more where that came from. You know, so I'll link it down in the comments below. But I have to say that Pharrell is definitely someone that I want to collab with in my career, within my music career. I want him to produce an album with me and for me. At some point in time, it will happen. Even if that man is 90 years old. It's gonna happen, and we're speaking it into existence, and we're touching and agreeing with one another that it's going to happen. It's bound to happen, y'all, for real. But he has a very specific sound, and it's so interesting to, I don't know, it's just like, and his sound is very timeless. And don't get me wrong, I'm not very privy to his own music. Well, other than, you know, like the Despicable Me soundtracks And you know, those are iconic, but also the Sweetener production that he did with and for Ariana Grande, you know, it's iconic. And Sweetener is definitely one of my favorite albums ever. I love the sound, and I don't understand the backlash. But
Why am I getting so much backlash?
genuinely, look, I love The Light Is Coming. I love Successful is one of my favorite songs of all time. Sweetener is a great song. Borderline, like I can keep going. Like that album is hit after hit. It's no skips.
First of all,
But yeah,
have a great day.
shout outs to all the black creators and black artists that have remained relevant and, you know, have been able to see, you know, longevity. Like Beyonce, shout out Beyonce, shout out Mariah, shout outs Pharrell, and everybody else. Let me know, shout out some other creatives down in the comments below. Yeah, we have to definitely, you know, give him his flowers. He's definitely very innovative from what I have heard and, you know, from what I have seen, the stuff that I have seen. I go back because I remember I watched like this Donna Summer documentary. I believe it's called I Love to Love You. It's on like HBO Max or something. But I remember, I forget his name. Elton John, he talked about how one of her songs was so innovative and nobody has heard it before. And then I began to think, like, so much has been done already within music and with sound. So, you know, is there, you know, a way for something to be done sonically or musically that hasn't already been done before or thought of before or heard before now within today's time? And I don't think there's anything else that can be done. You know, I feel like Pharrell is one of the last producers that, you know, have done, you know, something so innovative and so timeless and creative, just like, you know, Donna Summer or whoever else came in, you know, before him. I think that he's probably the last to be as innovative and to innovate and honestly be a visionary. And also, you know, his fashion, you know, he's, you know, he be having that on. He be having that on, okay? Not to glaze or anything, but he be having it on. But yeah, let me know if y'all would like to see me react to more of Pharrell, or if y'all want to see me react to any of his music down in the comments below. And what you guys felt of this reaction and of this video that we just watched together. Again, subscribe so you'll be able to see when I post. Like this video, follow me on Instagram. My Instagram will be down in the description below. And I'll see y'all boys later. Peace.